Close your eyes for a moment and picture the 1980s. Neon lights glowing, cassette tapes clicking into place, and the mall buzzing with life. For teens, it was a time filled with bold fashion, wild trends, and a sense of freedom that felt larger than life. Some of these fads may seem silly today, but back then, they were everything. Today, we're looking at 10 fads every 80s teen obsessed over. Number 1. Rubik's Cube Mania. In 1980, a colorful little puzzle cube took the world by storm. The Rubik's Cube wasn't just a toy. It was a challenge, a badge of honor to solve in front of friends. Teens carried them to school, twisted them on bus rides, and even timed each other in competitions. By the mid-80s, millions had been sold. The craze eventually slowed, but for a while, every teen wanted to be a cube master. Number 2. Breakdancing and boomboxes. Street corners became dance floors. As breakdancing swept across America, teens lugged giant boomboxes on their shoulders, blasting hip-hop beats that echoed through city blocks. Moves like the windmill and backspin were practiced endlessly on cardboard laid out on sidewalks. It was part art, part athleticism, and all about style. While the fad faded by the late 80s, its spirit lived on in hip-hop culture forever. Number 3. Trapper Keeper notebooks. School supplies were never just about homework in the 80s. They were about making a statement. The Trapper Keeper, with its bold colors, Velcro flap, and endless designs, became every teen's prized possession. Kids decorated them with doodles, stickers, and magazine clippings. Owning one meant you were organized and cool. As schools cracked down on distractions, their popularity waned, but they remain a symbol of 80s school life. Number 4. Mall culture. For teens, the mall wasn't just a place to shop. It was the place to be. You'd meet your friends by the fountain, grab a slice of pizza, and spend hours wandering from arcade to record store. Malls gave teens freedom, air conditioning, and the perfect backdrop for people watching. By the 90s, the magic started to fade as big box stores and online shopping took over. But in the 80s, the mall was the heartbeat of teenage life. Number 5. Friendship pins and charm necklaces. A pack of safety pins, some colorful beads, and a little creativity. That's all it took to make a friendship pin. Teens swapped them, attached them to shoelaces, and built collections that carried memories of best friends. Charm necklaces worked the same way, with each dangling trinket telling part of a story. They were simple, personal, and pure 80s. Like many schoolyard fads, they faded as new trends rolled in, but the sentiment never disappeared. Number 6. MTV and music videos. When MTV launched in 1981, teens suddenly had a window into the world of music like never before. Music videos weren't just background entertainment. They defined fashion, dance, and teen culture. From Madonna's lace gloves to Michael Jackson's moonwalk, teens copied every move and every look. MTV quickly became a cultural obsession until streaming and the internet shifted how we discovered music. But for 80s teens, it was revolutionary. Number 7. Leg warmers and aerobics. Fashion. Thanks to movies like Flashdance and the rise of aerobics, leg warmers weren't just for dancers. Teens wore them to class, to the mall, and even layered them over jeans. Bright spandex, off-the-shoulder sweatshirts, and neon colors ruled the decade. It was fun, flashy, and a little over the top. The look eventually gave way to 90s grunge. But for a moment, the world was one big dance studio. Number 8. Cabbage Patch Kids. In 1983, stores were overrun with parents fighting, literally, for the last Cabbage Patch Kid on the shelf. These soft, pudgy-faced dolls, each with a unique birth certificate, became a national obsession. Teens collected them, traded stories about their dolls, and proudly displayed them on their beds. It was one of the biggest toy crazes of the decade. While their fame didn't last forever, no one forgets the madness they caused. Number 9. Video arcades. Long before teens had consoles at home, the arcade was king. With just a pocket full of quarters, you could spend hours battling in Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, or Space Invaders. The flashing lights, the sound of coins dropping, and the cheers around a high score made the arcade electric. By the 90s, home gaming systems took over, and arcades slowly dimmed. But in the 80s, they were every teen's paradise. Number 10. Hairspray and big hair. Nothing says 80s teen like a can of Aquanet. Boys and girls alike teased, curled, and sprayed their hair into towering styles that seemed to defy gravity. Bigger was always better, and the smell of hairspray hung in bathrooms across the country. It was messy, bold, and unforgettable. When sleeker styles arrived in the 90s, the big hair era ended. But the photos still tell the story. The 1980s were loud, colorful, and endlessly creative. And for teens, it was a decade like no other. These fads may have come and gone, but the memories still make us smile. Which of these did you live through? Share your favorite 80s memory in the comments. And if you enjoyed this trip back in time, be sure to like, subscribe, and join us again for more journeys into the past.